Hi everyone, this is Kat of Catalyst Holistic Life Coaching, bringing your life in alignment with you. I'm here today to do your reading for the full moon in Gemini, which is happening later tonight, depending on where you are living. And it is also a lunar eclipse, and it's the start of a new axis on the eclipse cycle. So we also moved into a new nodal position this year where we have the north node of the moon in Gemini and the south node of the moon in Sagittarius. So with the north node, it's the direction that we're heading. It's what is kind of the overarching theme and where we're looking forward to. So with the full moon coming to this culmination, this point in the sky very close to the actual north node degree, we're really going to see kind of an illumination of what all our experience of this last year is leading towards, like what is going to be that final push, because a full moon is also a chance for illumination, and since it's an eclipse, it's much more intense. So we will see things probably come to the fore a little bit more quickly. We might get those aha moments and see where we have kind of been holding back a little bit instead of taking the leap forward with our insights that we've gained over this last little bit, which we do have in the card for the full moon in Gemini, is the answers you need are coming. So whatever we've been searching for, whatever kind of big mysteries there seem to be, there's going to be more like clear communication. There's going to be this energy of really mental processing, because Gemini is really about the mind. It's also the two sides of the mind. We see both perspectives in all ways. So now we're going to see more clearly how everything is coming together, either whether in our personal lives or it could be on this global level as well. But because this is hitting on the north node right now, this really is kind of a global effect for everyone. Okay, so I am using the Muse Tarot this week for our overarching energy. Then we have your Moonology cards, and this week I'm using the Goddess Guidance Oracle, just for a little feminine energy to work with and support. So wherever you're at, whenever you come in to see this video, thank you so much for watching, and let's get to it. Okay, so we have two tarot cards for this moon reading. The first one we have is the Seven of Materials, one of my favorite cards in this deck, also known as Seven of Pentacles. So this is a reflection on how far we've come. Things have built up. We've had these sort of stepping stones, these little successes that have brought us to where we are. And now you can also see her shoes have come untied, and so she's having to kind of pause and take a look at the road ahead and also behind her. So, and with that Gemini energy, the road ahead and the road behind, it's becoming a clearer picture. We're taking stock of what we really want to take forward with us, and what has served us before, if it still works for us, and if it doesn't, how are we going to change and kind of move in a new direction as we continue. Okay, and then the second card we have is the card of Strength. This is Leo's card. So yeah, this perseverance, this this energy of being in control, but not over controlling, just we're kind of taking the reins of our own life. We are choosing now what direction to go in, instead of being kind of led by some of maybe our more heart's desires, or maybe we've had our head a little bit too much in the clouds. Now that we're getting this new perspective and we're seeing it from both sides, we are kind of taming our energy and learning to be more of a master towards something, instead of instead of putting our energy into so many different places and some of it not really giving back, we're taking back our power and we're reining it in, and we're saying, this is the direction I want to go. How do I go about doing that? And how am I going to bring my utmost strength and endurance into this? Okay, so 2 very beautiful cards. All right, so let's get into the moon cards. The first card represents what needs to be released or let go of, and this is just a general overall reading for the collective. So take it how it resonates. It could be occurring over the next couple weeks as we move into our next lunar cycle. So for what's needing to be released, a full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. So whether this is in a personal relationship, I don't entirely get the feeling too much for that with what I'm seeing in the rest of the cards. I see this more as like what's bringing us home. Like Cancer is the sign of the home and the mother, and our nurturing. It is like an emotional thing, but I see it more as it's been this inner battle, especially with this kind of Gemini energy going on. We've been battling back and forth with, I want to go this way, no, I think I should go that way, and we've just been very in the mental body, and it's this personal issue that's going on more within than something that is going on without. And what we're needing to release now is coming to this resolution, like really making a strong decision about where you want to go. And as you really put forth that energy, as you come to really stand your ground and know who you are, the path is just going to open up and become more and more clear. And you're going to maybe have this new vision and clarity as you move forward. Okay, so the second card represents what is this full moon illuminating for the collective. We have your hard work is paying off, the new moon in Capricorn. So we have the new moon in Capricorn coming up in a couple of months, so that could be a sign to look for, as well as the full moon in Cancer. So that could be when you kind of really reach this resolution, our next full moon in December. But we're starting to see the fruits of our labor, like this energy that we've put so much into. We've done so much self-work, we've done so much reflecting, and you're going to see the results. You're going to see things differently, even if you maybe think you're still kind of the same and things aren't really changing for you. You might be presented with new incidences or situations that will bring up some of the same personal issues that you've been working through, and you're going to see them in this new light, and you're going to either decide, do I want to go down the same path the same way that I'm doing it before, or am I going to choose not to engage with this anymore and take my power back away from this? Okay, so moving into our final card, which represents what comes next, we have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So yeah, the sense that I'm getting is this is something like we're releasing personal negative energy and woundings. I don't see this so much as having to release negative people, although that could resonate for some of you. Like you're kind of seeing this path that you're going out into the world, and you're kind of having to decide, maybe you do have to kind of be a loner. Maybe there are certain people that you are cutting out of your life and releasing because you kind of see them in a new light. But because of this word, just like personal like issue, I feel like it's really saying this is like our deep, deep work that we have just been doing for ourselves. And we've been spending this time like cultivating our own inner strength. And now we're ready to cut those ties and really look at ourselves honestly. Okay, so moving into our goddess cards, these are just energies that you can look to for assistance during this energy, or maybe they could be symbols that come forward. But the first card we have is Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Yeah, so once you get this feeling, this strength, this direction, and you really look at yourself in a truthful way, and you maybe have contemplated both sides, if this is an interaction with another person or people, certain situations, and you've taken the time to kind of look at their perspective and see where they're coming from, but it's still just not resonating for you. It's still just not your truth. And so don't quench that inner fire to just kind of be back in that comfortable. Don't take steps back, take steps forward. So yeah, really standing up for what you believe is true and cutting those things off. Okay. So then next we have is Guinevere of True Love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Okay, so even though, as I said, I don't feel this is so much of a love reading because it's something that is really personal, but because of doing all this work of really taking the time to self-reflect and to really set our boundaries, to do the really, really hard inner work, there's going to be this relief of whether it's great love as in another partner, or great love as in a group of friendships, or it could even be a great love of some sort of job or something that is really fulfilling. But there are these stirrings that you're feeling, this like inner fire that you're feeling passionate about. And now that you feel this fire that is ready to drive you forward, this is stirring more of that love energy in your fields. You're feeling more of this love towards your purpose, towards these things that you're doing. So the universe is wanting to respond to that in kind and give you more loving situations. It's wanting to give you, love and romance. If you meet someone new, it's wanting to give you more loving surroundings of friendships, of people that maybe lift you up better, or a job that is something that you actually feel like you're doing your highest work in. So this definitely feels like a very high love card. And so maintaining that energy, like doing your hard work, like don't stop doing this, keep following what you love. What is your true love? What is your true passion? Okay. All right. So those were all of our cards for this reading for this lunar cycle. I will say, since we are in the season of Sagittarius, which its ruler is Jupiter, so that's the expansive, like big planet energy. We're feeling that ready to release, kind of going forward, more fiery. So that's really where I feel like this true love energy is coming from. Is Sagittarius is also opposing the full moon in Gemini. The sun and the moon, when they're opposed, is when it's a full moon. And with the expansive energy of Sagittarius, that's more of the higher mind, whereas Gemini is very the mental mind, processing ideas. Sagittarius looks outwards towards new ideas and new, bigger ways of thinking. Instead of thinking of so much in this smaller area, how can we look out towards something more meaningful, and even something that we may not even think is possible. Keep following that fire. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. And, trust that the love and the reciprocity of the universe will give you exactly what you are putting out. It just takes time, and, just keep going with this hard work paying off. You have the strength to persevere and move through this. There's another full moon here too. So yeah. All right, so that is everything I have for your reading. Let me know if you really resonated with that. Feel free to comment below. You can also subscribe to my channel, like and share as well. If you also are feeling called to tip or donate, maybe just buy me a tea or a coffee, I have CashApp links below that you can follow through there. Otherwise, if you'd like to sign up for my moon letter or see any of my services on my website, you can also follow those links below as well. So thank you so much again. Wishing you an easeful and joyful release during this full moon cycle. And we will see you next time. Bye.